Welcome back, everyone. This is a fun little race here. This is 10 versus 4. This is a ladder race. There is a site, I believe it's just called Ladder Racing, or Ladder Club Racing, Club Ladder Racing. I'll have the link in the description. You guys can check it out. Basically, you've got to have a team, and then you choose who you're going to race. It's normally 5x5. I've done a couple 4x4 races. Even some 4x5. So basically it's you, your team versus another team. And as you can see, I'm in the Bob kit, which is Brothers on Bikes, one of my favorite kits in game because of Top Gear Maverick. In the scene where they're in the bar introducing everyone. He's like, "Oh, my name is Bob." Like, Bob? What's that mean? No, just Bob. It just makes me laugh. So I enjoy wearing this kit. That being said, this is the other dirt team that has a ladder team. This is Deuces, and I'm on the AceZ. So this is fun. It's 10 Deuces versus 4 of us AceZ. Now we're using a very good tactic here of rolling through this dip, hammering it. I'm carrying my speed through it and attacking. Now I've got Brent going over the top, and another one of the AceZ makes it through at some point. We get a little separation. So Brent is an excellent sprinter. He carried through. I used a draft, came through the back there. There's the split. So the Deuces are definitely making, a chase. Now we kind of see where I believe Keith makes it across, and then my whole goal is just to ride as hard as I can to get separation. I'm in our ladder team on the AceZ. I'm one of the stronger riders. I'm in I believe it's the Ruby, which is category 2 on Zwift racing app. Everyone else is category 3. So just under that ranking, I am one of the stronger riders. So the whole plan from the outright was just me coming out, trying to get separation, and hoping Brent and Keith could come along. And I can't remember off the top of my head who else was the other Ace member in this, but he's in the pack. So just out of the box right now, we got 3 of us off front, and I'm crushing this. Like, this is, I believe, my 12-minute power. Sorry, 12-minute power is like 362. So this is about everything I have right now, keeping us going. And right around this point, I know Brent and Keith are like, all right, we got a big enough gap. Let's just dial it back a little bit. But this is, I really enjoy ladder races. I'll put some more up over the next few months, but they require a lot of strategy. You have to play your team strength by picking the courses. You have to think about, maybe what the other team's going to do, and really strategize. Now, it doesn't always work out. We know, Zwift, Zwift racing never goes to plan. So having to come up with your plan, have an idea what you're doing, and try to execute it makes for a lot of fun working with the guys. And it's a different dynamic. The ladder race we did last night, your instinct is to ride the rollers, push through the rollers, raise the pace a little bit, or even, move to the front and do some work. So if you have a rider off the front, obviously you don't want to do any work to help bring the team you're racing, help them out. So it's a different dynamic, and it really it makes fun, Zwift racing fun, because last night after the ladder race, I equated this ladder racing to kind of how Zwift, the ZRL, Zwift Racing League, started. You had a group of 6 guys. Obviously you had more in the team, but like in the race, so you came up with a plan. Like, I'm going to go for sprints. Like for me, I did a lot of work either covering moves or kind of leading other people out. I really didn't do too much as far as like point scoring, but I was like the domestique type rider. So with that, it made it fun because you really had to think about the race, and it wasn't, there was times to where you could just kind of relax in the ZRL race and not be full gas. Well, now every ZRL race is just, there's almost no difference from a scratch race. The team tactics has been eliminated. So the team time trials on Thursday and the ladder racing for me have really kind of brought back that team aspect where you work together, you get a plan, and you try to execute it. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you are in a situation, the AceZ are here. We're off the front. Everything's, sunny days and margaritas, and we've been in ladder races where we just get completely demolished. We're on the opposite side of this. We've got 3 guys from their team up front, and we can't do anything to get them back. But you just regroup and you go on to the next one. It's fun because you can sit for 2, 3, 4 days and it's like, hey, I want to try this, whatever. And then during the race, it really teaches you how to read the course and instead of trying to react to it, you are like, hey, at this point, I'm going to make my move. But yeah, at this point, I mean, we've got 30 seconds. Now they didn't just sit up. They did keep working, and they didn't just give it to us. But that being said, this was definitely bringing a knife to a gunfight, because the whole plan was coming out of the gate hot to see what we could do. And I know I have confidence in my team sprint ability, because they are very good sprinters. They're much better than me. Like that sprinting is not my forte. So even if it came down to a sprint, I had confidence that they would be able to outsprint and score points in this situation. But this is just within the dirt team, just a fun ladder race. I'm not even sure if it was went through the official channels. It may have. I just know they're like, hey, are you available? And I said, heck yeah. So it was a very fun race. And it makes it fun too, because you get a mix of categories. Like Brent, I believe during this race, he was still classified as a C, and he has moved up into, the B. I know the categories themselves are gone, but whatever. I shouldn't say the Zwift racing app. He's still in that what would have been C group, and now he's moved up. They used, different colored gemstones. I'm Ruby, Emerald, and I forget the other one that these can be. So, and I know I'm kind of new to this dirt team, so these guys all knew each other from previous, years of riding together. So they're kind of getting some inside jokes going, which makes it fun too. Different teams, and if make some friends on just in Zwift, and then it carries out. One of the teams I'm on, before I upgraded officially, like within the ZRO world from B to A, those guys, they don't live anywhere in the country together. They're scattered across the United States, and you wouldn't have any idea they weren't best friends in real life. Like, it's pretty wild to see what friendships Zwift can bring together through racing. The end here, I'm letting them go because I know we got it, and they were like, no, you need to take the win, you need to do this. So it was kind of a cool. I was going to let them go, and they were like basically stop. They said, no, we're not crossing the finish line first. But it was just a fun race between the dirt team, 10 versus 4, and coming out of the one dip on the end of the, I'm not even trying to say the name of this, Paris world, because I'm terrible at French names. But coming to that dip, that was our whole plan. Attack out of that dip and see what happens. And as you can see, it worked phenomenally. Excellent, excellent race. A lot of fun. This to me is what Zwift racing is. This team aspect, and ladder racing has kind of brought that together, because you got you got to make a plan. You can't just go into it willy-nilly and whatever happens. You got to kind of plan a little bit, like because you can kind of see who you're going to race ahead of time, so you can, you know, hey, this rider's about as strong as me. I'm going to kind of watch him, mark him. You guys do whatever. Just try to win the sprint, however. So it makes a lot of fun. I will be putting some of these ladder races out. Obviously, it gives a little bit of research for wherever we're going to go. But in our little bubble of ladder racings, we've raced most people. So by this time, they're kind of familiar with the AceZ racing style. With that being said, you guys take it easy. I hope you enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it. This was really fun. So I really hope that you guys also shared in some of the enjoyment. All right, thank you. Hey, we'll see you.